The Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment is brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Never miss a bet with Betfred Sportsbook. Betfred Sports brings over 50 years of experience through the United States betting industry. Straight bets, in-play wagering, parlay cards, teasers, and more. Head on over to BetfredSports.com or download the Betfred Sportsbook app in Colorado, Iowa, or Arizona and get in on all the action today. New signups will receive up to $250 in free bets when wagering $50. Download the Betfred Sportsbook app today. Offer valid in Colorado, Iowa, and Arizona only. Visit BetfredSports.com for terms and conditions. Please gamble responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa, 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, and 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado.
Welcome to NFL Week 13. This is the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Picks powered by Betfred Sports. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're here to give you our three best bets for the upcoming NFL weekend. So,
I have to tell you, I'm doing better betting on soccer than I am in football these last 3 weeks. So thank God for the World Cup.
Well,
so
we just passed the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah.
So we're in. I don't want to call it the home stretch of the season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
we're starting to see the playoff picture come into light. We've got a few things that are definitely going to happen. We've got a few things that are murky. A lot of jockeying for position left to be done.
Yep.
So it's going to be a fun week. I have to admit, Week 13. I see a lot of people talking about how these are great games. They're going to be great games to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about betting on them because I didn't like some of the spreads I saw.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't do any worse than I have in the last couple of weeks. So I'm excited about this week. So I think there are some pretty good games. I think I saw some lines that I liked.
Oh no, I'm going to enjoy the football weekend
absolutely.
watching it again.
No, but I saw some lines I liked.
You did?
So yeah.
Okay.
So.
But again, you know, you just said you've been having a rough couple of weeks. I've had a rough couple of weeks too. I don't know whether it's because
I think a lot of bettors
holidays,
have. Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of bettors have. I mean, if you look at these the contests out in Las Vegas, it's a bloodbath. Unbelievable.
Well, they made it past Thanksgiving. That was one of the concerns.
One of the things about the contest were they going to make it past Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So
I guess they've made it. Yeah. They've made it. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to shake out after this last weekend here about football. But here we are, Week 13. As always, for the Pro Football Picks powered by Betfred Sports, we choose 3 games each. We use the Tuesday morning lines from Betfred Sports. We do not do money line bets. We use the point spreads and the totals for each of the games. Well, you know, let's head on into it. Let's get into Week 13.
Okay. My first game is the Miami Dolphins traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are 3.5-point favorites, and the total is 46.5 points. I think this is going to be the game of the week. This one will be very fun to watch. I mean, I think it's going to go down to the wire. And I was looking at the trends of both these teams, and Miami does surprisingly well in December. Here's the things that I found. The Dolphins are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 Week 13 games and are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 in December. So, and like I said, I think this is going to be a very close game. And by the way, if this spread was just 3 instead of 3.5, I probably would have stayed away. But like I said, I think Miami is going to keep it close. They might even outright win it. But when you get to 3.5, I like that 0.5 point. So I'm taking the Miami Dolphins.
Well, I chose this game, too, for my first game of the week. And you're right, this is going to be an interesting game.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I'm hearing chatter that this could also be a possible Super Bowl preview.
I've heard that, too. I
don't know.
I get the 49ers. A lot of people have been on the 49ers since the beginning of the year. But Miami, they're playing extremely well this year, and it took a lot of people by surprise. But I'm not quite ready to go there yet.
No. I have to admit,
it's very possible, but I'm not quite ready to go to Miami to go into the Super Bowl yet.
I have to admit, the Niners are just about a complete team in the regular season.
Yeah.
I still have some questions about Jimmy G in the playoffs because sometimes he does make an odd mistake or two. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I went with this game as well. The Niners are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 home games.
Okay.
They're also 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games after a straight-up win, which they just did.
So are we going head-to-head on this one?
We are going head-to-head.
Wow.
San Francisco has shut down everybody except Kansas City in this league that they played this year. I don't know what their weakness is against Kansas City, but I don't think Miami's offense is as diverse. It's as explosive as Kansas City's, but it's not as diverse as Kansas City's because Kansas City, Mahomes throws to everybody. And Mahomes has that running ability that I don't think Tua can match with that because of the concussions in the past, the head injuries. But again, I'm doing San Francisco and laying the points.
All right. My next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are 1.5-point favorites, and the total is 43.5. I got to tell you, I like the way the Pittsburgh Steelers have been playing lately. Kenny Pickett's really shaping up into a very good quarterback. I mean, he's not great yet, but, he's getting there, and I like what I've seen. He's got the potential. The Falcons started this season out as a covering machine, but I mean, in their last 6 games, they are 1-5 against the spread. And meanwhile, the Steelers are 11-5 against the spread in their last 16 Week 13 games. So, I like what the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing, and then now the Atlanta Falcons have kind of fallen off the against the spread cliff, if I can call it that, because they're just not keeping it close. And I think this is going to be a competitive game, but I think the Steelers will pull it out in the end. So I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers, the underdog Pittsburgh Steelers.
If Pittsburgh can play on Monday night every
night. By
the
way, two underdogs so far. Two underdogs this week so far.
Well, my next game, Washington Commanders traveling to New Jersey to play the New York Giants. The Commanders are favored by 2.5, and the over/under is 40.5.
Very interesting game.
I took a look at the way the line has been moving a little bit. This line opened up at a 1.5-point spread in favor of the Commanders. It's now 2.5 as we're taping this. Mm-hmm. The over/under really hasn't changed too much. Commanders are riding a kind of a winning streak.
Yeah, they are.
6-0-1 against the spread in their last 7 games.
Yep.
They're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games. You got the Giants, and even though they're 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 overall and 3-1 against the spread in their last 4 home games, they're 1-4 against the spread against the NFC East.
Interesting.
In their last 5.
By the way, was that one spread? Was that backdoor cover on Thanksgiving Day against the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah. Well, I'm not complaining about it. I had in one sports book, I got the Giants 10.5 or something like that. So I think everyone covered. I think it was 10 now. So.
The Giants started off playing extremely well at the beginning of the year, and they've been playing inconsistent the last couple of weeks here. I'm not really comfortable looking at how the Giants are playing, because if it wasn't for that late touchdown in that Thanksgiving game against Dallas, it looked like they weren't even interested in playing football that day. And maybe they weren't. I don't know. But they didn't wake up to the end of the game when Dallas kind of let them back in. But I don't know. Washington's playing incredibly well for the team. And ever since Heineke got back there, the quarterback position seemed to be a lot more solidified. The team likes playing for him. I'm doing Washington and laying the points.
And my third game is the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the Detroit Lions, and the Lions are favored by a point, and the total is 51.5 points. I'm loving the Detroit offense. I got to be that specific because I just love watching them play over the last couple of weeks. I mean, on Thanksgiving Day, which is always fun watching the Detroit Lions play, they racked up 326 yards against the Buffalo Bills, and 4 out of the last 5 games that offense has scored 25 or more points. And I just like the way they're playing right now. The Lions are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games and 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 home games. And they're playing at home against the Jaguars, who are just really... I went with them last week, and I won money with the Jaguars, so thank you, Jaguars, but I don't think they're going to do it this week. I mean, the Jaguars are 5-13-1 against the spread in their last 19 games. So just because of the way the Detroit Lions offense is playing, I think the Lions are a little more talented than the Jaguars, and especially playing at home in Detroit in that atmosphere. I am taking the Detroit Lions to cover the 1 point.
Actually, I love the way the Jaguars played against the Ravens last week.
I won money with them. So thank you, Jaguars. But hey, it's a new week.
Yeah.
So I got to go where the money is, I think.
I have to admit, at the end of that game, their quarterback looked like the number 1 pick overall. The way he was playing, and it was really nice to see. And that may be Doug
just
Peterson's.
Has to consistently look at that's the trick of it.
I think Doug Peterson is having a good effect on him.
Yeah,
whatever's going on down there, it seems to is starting to work.
Yeah.
My last game, and this could be an interesting game. I don't know. Cleveland Browns traveling to Houston to play the Texans. Cleveland's favored by a touchdown, 7 points. The over-under is 47. Browns are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 meetings in Houston, 0-7 against the spread in their last 7 meetings with the Texans overall. They don't seem to play well against the Texans. However, I found an interesting trend for both these teams this season regarding the over. Cleveland is beating the over, or winning, or going past the over total, going over the total 70% of the time this season.
Wow. Okay.
Houston is going over the total 64% of the time. This could be Deshaun Watson's first game. Back from the, I haven't seen him named the starting quarterback yet.
That's one of the reasons why I didn't.
Tuesday.
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons I didn't go with this game, because at taping time, I just don't know.
Well, the over is 2-1 in Cleveland's last 3 road games. They were held under 20 points only once in their last 5 overall. The Texans, on the other hand, have given up at least 24 points in their last 4 straight games. Wherever these two teams play, points are involved. And I really, really like where the number is right now. Again, this number has changed. The total has changed a little bit since it opened. I think it opened like at 46, 46.5. It's now at 47. I'm comfortable doing the over 47, but at game time, if it's a little higher than that, I would lean the other way. But right now, I'm doing the over 47 in the game.
Okay.
All right, let's recap our picks for Week 13.
Okay, I am taking the underdog Miami Dolphins against the San Francisco 49ers. I'm taking the underdog Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 underdogs this week, against the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm taking the Detroit Lions to certainly cover, and I think they're going to beat Jacksonville Jaguars. They have to if I'm going to get money on this. They're only favored by 1 point. So I'm taking the Detroit Lions against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm going against you in my first game. I'm doing San Francisco and laying the 3.5. I'm doing the Washington Commanders over the Giants, laying that 2.5. I went with 2 favorites, and I'm doing the over 47 in the Browns-Texans game. As always, these picks will be up on our blog in written form, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button, and you'll be able to see these picks there. Feel free to comment on the blog. Info@Turnpike Sports Radio is our email address. Info@TurnpikeSportsRadio.com is our email address.
There you go.
I apologize. And you can follow along with us at Turnpike Sports on Twitter, at Turnpike Sports Facebook, at Turnpike Sports Radio Instagram, and also we have our alternate handle on Twitter at Turnpike Bets. So enjoy your Week 13 football.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. I hope you have better luck than we've had in the last couple of weeks. But that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.